closed today at 1393, which is not really what a lot of us were expecting, because we were really hoping and aiming for that for the stock to close at $14 mark, if not above and beyond 14. But we ended up closing 7 cents closer to that, so it's not that bad. And in this video I want to go over two main reasons why this should be considered as a huge win, and why I see an upside as we go into next week. Okay, all right, so first of all, starting with what happened today. The market right off the bat after the opening, we jumped at 1437, which was a great start, but again we did fell off, and then sell off to the lowest of 1340, and then came back to stabilize pretty much around 14, just because it was I won't use the word boring, but it wasn't as much as excitement as the other previous trading sessions we had with AMC. And then we did close at 1393. So to me, this is something good, because first of all, the market was on edge today because the Fed now required the banks to have the capital requirements again, which will end up being negative for the financial sector, which might end up also being negative for the whole market, because this means we might potentially see 10 years bond yields going up again. And whenever they go up, Nasdaq sell off, and whenever Nasdaq sell off, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes the other major indexes such as the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 tend to follow it, and they would also sell off again. So but there is so many good positives, drivers, and catalysts that we have right now in the market for the next coming months, next coming weeks, that I don't see it happening. But in specific for AMC, man, this is a huge win. This is a huge win. Why? Because if we look at the 5-day charts right here, we are up 24%. 24%, guys. At the beginning of the week, we were down here at 11. And we did close today at 1393 for 24% on the week. This is good. This is good. If we do look at the 6-month chart, guys, we are consolidating, which is not bad, because every time we do consolidate, it's usually followed by a jump up, usually followed by a leg up. Look, after we came here, we were down to 558. And for a bunch of time, 2-3 weeks, we're right here around 550, 580, okay? And right after that, boom, we went all the way to 11. Came back a little bit, consolidated right around 9, dipped a little bit, and then boom, jumped up to 1166. Consolidated a little bit, and then boom, 14. And right now we are consolidating at 14. We are really consolidating around 14. You see, there is not much of a movement right here, and to me this is a sign that this might potentially continue to follow the uptrend and go back to the $20 mark that we are all waiting for to come to hit again. And once we do break this $20 wall, man, this resistance, I really believe we can go 25, we can go 30. Now, it will all depend on people buying, the buying pressure, and people holding. Now, we do know that a lot of people are still holding AMC, and a lot more will buy. Why? Stimulus checks. Stimulus checks are still hitting people's bank account. And even though they do receive that stimulus checks yet, they have to transfer it into their brokerage account, okay? And it takes time, 2 to 3 days, depending on whoever your brokerage is. Second of all, a lot of people, me included, haven't received our stimulus checks yet. So I'm still waiting on that. Potentially we'll receive those next week. If you do have received yours, please drop a comment in the down below and let me know. So as soon as we have a lot of more people buying this stock, because it's one of the most held and favorite stock among millennials, definitely the buying pressure will increase dramatically. Second of all, a lot of theaters, almost all the theaters of AMC will be reopened, as soon as March 26th. But we all know that 90% or more than 90% of theaters are already open across the nation. So it's a good thing as vaccinations ramps up, as we get into much more warmer temperatures across the nation. I definitely see this as a huge catalyst for AMC, because a lot more people will now be able to go and get that popcorn and watch either Top Gun 2, either Fast Furious, whatever movie you're interested in. But personally for me, it's Fast and Furious. I love the entire the entire franchise. So let me know, guys, which one you will see, either Top Gun 2, either Fast Furious, but definitely a lot more people holding AMC, as I'm still holding my shares, will definitely go back to theaters, okay? So that's the second reason why I definitely see this being not the end, but you being a huge win, especially as we go over the next week. Now, if we get into the options activity, AMC is not part of the top 3 anymore, as we did close today. But if you look at, it's not far. I mean, it's still part of the top 10. And volume is still there. I mean, volume is still there, even though it's decreased a little bit, but it's still there and it's consistent. So it's a decent amount of volume. Now, if you look at the parity, it's still at 3-1. Yeah, 75% on the call and then 24% on the put. So yeah, 3-1 ratio on the call side. So a lot more people are still, betting on AMC stock to go above what we are currently seeing now. And finally, pre-timing. So pre-timing is an interesting tool for all the newbies on my channel. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. This is a tool that is based on technical analysis, and it's not 100% accurate because technical analysis doesn't work 100% of the time, but it's interesting to see the trend. And we are definitely on a bullish trend because this tool is based on the price movement on the past, and we'll use that to predict the stock price on the next 10 days. And right now we are here at 14, right at 14, and right here this tool predicts 24, 25, on the next 10 days, which again, you shouldn't take this as a prediction because again, technical analysis doesn't work 100% of the time, but it is confirming that we are on a bullish trend. So if we come back here on the chart, anytime we do consolidate, we've seen an uptrend. So if we are still on this uptrend, then this consolidation around 14 is definitely something good, because right after that, maybe the next stop next Friday will be what, 16, or maybe it will be 12 or 13 or 11, because the thing is, even though trends tend to repeat themselves, they don't have to systematically do so. Since we are on the upside, I definitely see this going on the above 14 next week. So again, guys, I don't see people selling this. I'm still holding my shares. Some are possibly looking into buying more as stimulus checks will come. So I definitely see this closing above 14 as we go into next week. But we'll keep a close eye on it, guys, and update you as we go over every single trading day next week. All right, guys, this is what I had for you today. Let me know what you think in the comment section about these closing at $13.93 for the day. What is your next price prediction for next week, next Monday especially? And I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.